Well, howdy folks, back out for a quick, maybe 2 hours if I get 2 hours in of a hunt. First two signals, I wasn't even going to film them, and the first one was something that I need to do a bit more investigation. Some sort of a name tag, little plate with 2 holes on either side. I haven't made out what's inscribed, if there is anything. I didn't even bother filming it. And that was there, and right next to it I got something I've never seen before. I thought it was a button, but it's some sort of a coin or probably a token that I don't know what it is. There is writing on it that I think I'll be able to get something off of it. There's a crown. Did I see a crown? Oh yeah, I have it upside down, that's why. There's a crown and 2 initials in sort of script writing that I can't make out right now. It'll be RB or something like that. And there's something written around the outside. I've never got one of these before. Tuition? What does that say? I could knock off that lump of corrosion, but I might lose some details, so I'm going to wait until I go home and clean this up. But that looks seriously interesting, whatever it is. So I might have to start filming a few finds. I'm on the gold watch field. I'm heading for the direction of the drop zone where the watch was dropped, because I'm determined to find it. But I'll show you what I come across in the meantime. So it's on to the next. And the next find, one of them, with one of them attached to it. The barrel of a toy gun? No. I actually don't know. The wind is blowing and I don't have a wind mic, so I don't know if you're actually picking this up. But that's what it is. If it's not one of them, it's one of those. That kind of a thing. I don't know. On to the next. Okay. Fourth hole. Fourth signal. Fourth hole. Fourth, something interesting, because I see green around, I think. It's a big green. It was high numbers. 88 on the 400i. Which is almost in the silver sort of range, or big coin range. This isn't a big coin though. It's halfpenny size. It's crusty, toasty, probably unidentifiable again. Let's give it a spray. Let's not rub anything, because rubbing takes off whatever detail was left. I have found out the hard way. And I don't see anything on that. Do I see a harp? Maybe. Not sure. Try the other side. Yeah, no. No, have to wait until it's dried, and probably then we won't get anything either. A toasted, possibly Georgian halfpenny. Goes on to the next. And after a couple of pieces of shrapnel, back on the coinage. Not so green. 1949 ship's halfpenny. So that would be George the VI. He's got a lot of crustacean over his face, so yeah, 1949 would be George the VI, I'm pretty sure. The greenness stayed on the imprint more or less, and that's why those modern coins, they don't hold their patina very well when you take them out of the ground. But anyway, it's coinage, no sign of a watch, so we move on to the next. The very next signal we have round. I'm pretty sure it's a coin. It's got that almost black green patina. But I don't know if I'll get anything off of it. It's halfpenny size. I'll have to get out the squirty. Time for a squirt. I mean on the coin with water. Yeah, guess what? I'm going to struggle to get anything off that. It's definitely a coin. Could be an older one. Maybe Victorian or older. Victorians are usually better shaped than that. Do I see a harp? Maybe I do see a harp. Yeah, that could be a harp, or it could be a bust. Oh, is that a ponytail? Oh, is that a bust looking to the left with a ponytail? That's a George II then. Am I right? Or is it a young head Victoria? Further investigation required. What's that say? Is there something there? Right, we let it dry and I'll have it cleaned up for the wrap up. On to the next. And this time it's a very nice clean musket ball. A word on my spade, introducing you to Fiskars. This is a garden spade. I just did the old choppy off the side bit, sharpened it. It's really not helping me on this stony ground. The little spade is probably still just as good and easier to handle and carry. This is nearly too tall for me to work with one hand, whereas the small one I can work with one hand. But it's a good spade. I'm just low in stature myself, so smaller spade suits me. I'm going to get some ribbing about that. Okay, on to the next. On to another bit of round in the ground. Farthing size. Toasted again. Not sure I'll get much off that, but you can nearly guess at this stage it's now I'm thinking it's a button. I had a quick look at it and I said, yep, that's a coin. Yeah, I think it's a coin. There's writing up there at the top. Legend of some sort. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a coin. I'll have to examine it a bit more carefully when I go home. On to the next. I refuse to believe what I just found. 7.5 amp car fuse. Oh well. Let's crack on to the next. The key to finding any gold watch is not this one. There, somebody had a bad day when they got home and realized they couldn't get in. Yeah, key, great signal. Does it say where it was cut? No. Just a regular modern. house storky. On to the next. And a Jesus twopence. An English twopence that nearly blew the ears off me. Right in the silver range. Not even Irish. Where do they keep the year on these things? Come on lads, where's the year? It's probably tiny writing now. Is that it? 1971? I think I saw a 71. Yep. Great condition. The early decimals were better than the later ones anyway. Oh, it was telling me it was a silver coin all the way. Anyway, on to the next. There's the imprint. And it's time to go home now. I'm heading for the car. Another dodgy signal because I think there's iron somewhere next to it. But I picked out something good in the middle, in between. And it's another toasted Hibernia. I say Hibernia because I did make out the harp and crown somewhere. Or is that the bus side? That could be the bus side. That looks like somebody looking to the right. It's like it might have been a halfpenny, but it's been worn along the edges because it's neither halfpenny size or farthing size. And yeah, I think the harp, can't see it now. I think I was able to make out the crown over the harp. It's on to the next. There's the car, about 80 meters away. I'm heading for it. I was just thinking to myself, I've got no penny today. Penny is usually your standard find, but there's a big greenie, and it's round, and it's in the ground. The field wouldn't let me go home without the old George V penny. The most found coin across Britain and Ireland, I would think. Yeah, I haven't looked for a year. I'm losing the light, so I might just put a picture up and I have it figured out. Yeah, I'm not going to go looking for a year now. George V, so somewhere between 1910 and 1936, something like that. Right, hopefully this time I'll get home, unless I find a big cracking silver half crown between here and the car. On to the next. And we're back in the room. So hope you enjoyed that little hunt. Go through some of the most interesting stuff. Little mount, can't make anything out on it. There might have been initials or a name or something on it. This coin, which I think is a Hibernia, probably of King George II, but could be either of the Georges, any of the Georges, from 1 to 3. You can just make out the harp there. House key, George V, 1917 penny. English twopence from, did I say 71? I think so. Toasted coin, no idea. What I thought was a coin is actually a button. Ship's halfpenny from 1942. King George VI. Another coin that I think is probably a Hibernian farthing. It's kind of got the thick raised lettering around the edge, which maybe it's a King George I, possibly. Then this very interesting button, which from what I can make out is a kind of a tribute to one of the kings, probably King George III. I don't know what the initials are exactly. Is it KC or something like that? Any ones I've seen online had the initials GR for George Rex, King George. This doesn't seem to be GR, it seems to be RC or something like that. Now, when I was looking it up, I found something that said that Bonnie Prince Charlie, they created tributes to him as well because they were hoping he would become the king. That never happened. I think he tried to invade. I think he had some success in Scotland until he was defeated, and his plan was to try and regain the throne. I don't know much about that, but it wouldn't be a tribute to him, surely, would it? If you know anything, let me know. But I think this is what they call a loyalist coin, people that were loyal to the crown, probably King George III, but I'm not sure what the initials stand for. But it was a button. I thought it was a token of some sort when I found it. So there's that, and then there's a musket ball, which is gone. Whoop. Musket ball and this thing, and they're actually related. Because this I just recently found out through the boys in the Musketeers metal detecting club. They had a dig the other day, and young Owen found something similar, and I recognized it. And what it turned out to be is this was a holder for the ramrod that would have been used to load the muskets. So they'd put in their gunpowder and maybe a bit of fabric or something, and then the musket ball on top of it, and push it all down with a rod. And they had to carry that rod around, so they think they put it into one of these, and this might have been like that length, and there might have been two of these little lugs for tying it onto something. I'm not sure how it was held, but if I understand it correctly, they just put the ramrod in there, and that's how they carried it around. And I reckon this was used quite a bit because one side of the wall of it is fairly thin. I'm guessing from just, regular use, and it just broke, then it got weak and broke. That's my theory, but that's a pretty nice find, and when I figured out what it was, that's a nice bit of social history, as they say. So that musket may have been loaded using the ramrod that this was holding. Who knows? Could be 400 years old. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I haven't done the draw for the mug and the spoony spadey thing yet. I will do it in a couple of weeks because I am going away for a short while, and I won't have time the coming couple of weeks. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up and like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.